All right, the sun is shining. The snow is just about completely melted. And we are out here in the garden today. We are so excited. We have been cooped up in the house other than just like bare minimum being outside because it was so cold. And can't get the baby out here like that in the cold. So today, hopefully we're going to get potatoes planted, which we'll do in this video. And we went and got some garden paraphernalia from Dollar Tree yesterday because our kids love being able to get that and put it out in the garden. And we have onions that we ordered from Dixondale Farms almost a month ago. And the weather just hasn't been cooperating for me to be able to get out here and plant them. So we're going to plant those today. And I'll show you pictures of them. They've actually held up really well, which I'm very excited about. And we're going to get that done. So come along with us as we do that today. Bowl mix. And here we have the parsley. As you can see, everything is doing really good. My deal, I think I let it get too cold before covering it because it was already germinated. It happens. Here we have lovage that has germinated, and here I have the arugula that I did in the Dollar Tree container, which is doing really awesome. You can see a little bit of damage from where it was touching the top when it got really cold. Our low here was below 7, so I'm just happy everything's still alive. Here we have some different types of spinaches that are germinating. Over here is the wildflower blend, and here it looks like another brassica. Let me see. Here is some rhubarb. My borage is doing really well. Can't wait to plant that out. The bees love it. And down in these containers, I had some things that were germinating, and I'll show you. They are teeny tiny, and I was worried that it was not going to live because it was so cold. But as you can see, even those little bee sprouts, they're still alive and well. Here is some French thyme. I can't wait to throw that and see how it does. Some Russian tarragon. And here another brassica that's doing really well. And my bachelor buttons, which is one of the things that I started super early, as you can see, is doing amazing. I mean, it's pretty tall. It's all the way up to here now. My elderberry did really good. These jugs actually froze solid, but as you can see, they're still doing really well. So I'll probably open those up today and let them get some air in there. I think we're crazy, but we're taking advantage of this snowmageddon and collecting rainwater for our jugs that we put out the other day during the snowstorm. They're doing awesome, and they'll be relocated. I noticed yesterday that our bees were still alive, and we were so excited because it's never been that cold here since we've been here, and we did not do any winter prep for them. So we're excited. They're thriving, and they're gearing up for spring also. You can see this kale is a little on the crispy side. Definitely it's affected by the cold, but it didn't kill it. It just did what it did. So I'm sure this will bounce back and it'll be fine. Birds are digging in my rice hole. I don't know if they're looking for worms or what, but I can show you a couple of different areas where they have just, and this was all piled up nice and neat. And now it is like strode all the way out here. And I don't know why, excuse me. Even over here, I mean, all the way down to the soil, you can see it's all outside the raised bed, everything. And I could see them from the window in my house out here doing this. And it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Here you can see those shallots are starting to pop through, even through the ice that's still on there. It's pretty exciting. Carrots here got a little crisp, but I think they're still going to be okay. Something's been digging at them, but as you can see, teeny tiny carrot. One of our kids will probably eat it. But yeah, this kale didn't fare so much. I don't think, like I said, it didn't kill it, but it looks a little rough. The broccoli, on the other hand, let me show you that. I think it's time to pull it. You can see the green foliage on the side where it has the side shoots coming up. Still producing, but I really want to get these beds ready for spring planting because I have a lot of brassicas and stuff I want to get planted. This was completely covered with snow and ice, as you can see. Leaves are kind of mushy, but it is what it is. I have new spinach growing, so I can replant. The cilantro, it doesn't look like it killed it, but it definitely knocked it back a good bit. The winter cabbages They got a good bit of whatever it is, everything, ice, snow, the cold weather, but they are still growing beautifully. So I'm just going to let them keep doing what they're doing. They're not super big, but I want to know how to collect marigold seeds. The wind and stuff blew these down on top of this cardboard during the storm. And they're all here. Some of them are still up there, but that's pretty cool. The first set of onions we're going to plant out are the Texas Legend from Dixondale Farms. So in my raised beds, my thought this year is usually we plant around the perimeter, whether it be peppers or whatever, and the beds are larger. So our goal is to maximize using all this space. So we're going to plant our onions in the middle because they take time to develop. We don't want to waste that space, and it's not something that you're going to have to constantly reach in to harvest. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to square it off and plant the onions. This stick, and I went in to make holes, squared it off, and they're about 4 to 6 inches apart. And we're going to plant in those holes. Also in this bed, I didn't do a video on it. I recorded the footage, but I never completed the video. Also, in the middle of this bed, I have compost, food scraps that I'm doing compost in place. And I guess we'll see if it makes a difference for other things. So in here, what I want to do is pick out my largest ones and plant those. We got a lot of rain coming this weekend, so I'm pretty excited about that. These get to go out and get fertilized and watered really good, and we'll go from there. I know they need a good dose of nitrogen. Grow some tops. Learned an interesting fact about onions, that every leafy part is a ring for the onion. So we want lots of rings, so we got to get some tops, and then we don't want all tops, so we have to change it over, but I'll do more information on that later. Alright, so that's all the Texas Legend. The next variety is going to be, let's see what we got here. These are a lot larger. The yellow Granite. These are the yellow Granite. So you can see the bulb on these are a lot larger than the Texas Legend. So it should be interesting to see how they turn out. Alright, the last variety is the red Creole. Had to have a red onion. So we're going to get these planted out and we'll be done for the bulb onions for now. So these are the seed potatoes that we are going to plant today. I think I'm going to plant, I didn't cut these. People say you can plant them whole. So we'll give it a try. These are the white Kennebec, and then we have the red Lesotho that we're going to plant and see what we get. I'm sure we bought too many. Bag is 5 pounds of seed potato. This is all that was in this bag, as you can see. There's some more under here. So I think it'll be too much to plant all these in one of those totes, 17-gallon tote. But I think we could probably get 2 totes per 5 pounds. So we'll see. So these are the totes that I purchased a couple months back, and we put some holes in it, 4 holes in each one. And what we're gonna do for the potatoes, we're gonna go in and add in. This soil is from raised beds that we revamped and added new soil to. It's crazy how some of it is still frozen from cold weather. But we're just gonna fill them about halfway, I think. And then we're gonna put in our fertilizers and put in the potatoes, let them grow up, and then we'll come back and add more soil to them as the plant grows. The fertilizer I'm using is Job's Organic Bone Meal, and some 4-4-4. And I've read also that you can add some Epsom salt in. I only paid $7 for this bag. I usually try to catch stuff on clearance because every dollar you save is worth it. And we're gonna get into it. Alright, so the other day we planted onions. It's been a couple days, and today we're going to fertilize them. We are going to fertilize them with the 511, which is a fish emulsion. Alright, this is the fertilizer that we will be using. We're going to add it to some water, then we're going to go around to each bed and fertilize the plants. So one of my little helpers here, we're going to use some of that rainwater that we caught from all the snow. We're going to mix it with the fish emulsion, and we're going to do a strong dose of this, probably a triple dose of the fish emulsion, to try to give them a really good boost. We have a lot of rain coming, so I want them to be able to uptake that. So this is one of our onion beds that we did already the other day. Back there is the shallots that we planted, and you can see they're coming up. We also have onions here and there and over there. So we're going to fertilize all these today, and probably fertilize shallots too, just since we're doing it. All right, all the beds are watered and ready to go. So we're going to work on some more raised beds and move on with the day.